Well, if you haven't heard about Fangate, you've been asleep for the last 24 hours. Brian Crowley of CrowleyPoliticalReport.com joins me now to give us some insight. You and I were at the debate in Broward yesterday. We all know the story. Maybe we can throw up a quick video shot. 7 o'clock, live TV. Charlie Crist is at the podium with a fan beneath him. Rick Scott's not out for several minutes. It was said that he decided not to be at the debate because of a dispute. Turns out, Leadership Florida says Charlie Crist should not have had a fan against the rules. Crist people say it was okay. Scott's people said we didn't know he was out there and it was his fault. You've heard all the blame game going today, but what I'm hearing, I heard one voter today say, it just reminds me how sick I am of politicians. I might not vote. Another said I voted for the Adrian Wiley, who has no chance of winning because I'm sick of him. Your take on the impact of Fangate?
Well, for one thing, you can't escape the visual, no matter how many explanations people come up with today. The visual that everybody's seeing over and over again on national TV, on local television, and on social media, it's spreading like wildfire, is this empty stage where Rick Scott isn't appearing for 7 minutes, and and the moderators of the debate saying that he's refusing to come out. That's deadly.
Will it matter on Election Day? Do you think it hurts him with voters somewhat in a very tight race?
You know, I think in a very, very tight race, there may be a proportion of voters who over the years had a high disapproval rating for Rick Scott, who might have been mellowing a little bit, who then may be having second thoughts right now.
The counter argument, Marco Rubio, the Republican U.S. Senator from Miami, when I asked him this question, I said, I can't believe we're asking all this and you're answering. There's a lot bigger policy issues going on, but nonetheless, he said, listen, this is part and parcel of Charlie Crist always ignoring the rules. What's the downside for Charlie Crist and the Democrats here?
I think there's less of a downside for Charlie Crist and Democrats because the Republicans haven't been able to grab hold of the issue over the last nearly 24 hours now and run with it. They're still on defense.
Biggest question, what's the downside for voters who look at the media coverage, look at the candidates, say, I'm sick of all of it? For the process of democracy and issues, not a good day for anybody.
Oh, no, it's not a good day for anybody. You know, it shouldn't be that the absence or presence of a fan is what's dominating the coverage. There were issues that were talked about last night. For many people who were viewing this, they probably heard it for the first time, and they're learning very little about how these candidates stand on the issues if we're concentrating on Fangate.
I heard that too. We ended up doing a whole separate piece on the issues, minimum wage, Charlie Crist for a hike, Rick Scott not, he thinks it'll hurt the economy, things like that. People didn't even know I'd covered because Fangate, that part of our coverage was all they remember. So, Brian, you were there, another debate to go. We'll see what happens. The final debate between the candidates next Tuesday at 7. You can watch it live right here on News Channel 5 going on up in Jacksonville. We'll have complete coverage, Kelly.